Khalyla kind of has been getting a lot of attention lately. Not the type of attention that you would like, but I guess any publicity is great publicity, right? It really seems like the beef with Brendan Schaub did not go as she planned, because even though the hate for Brendan Schaub is not slowing down anytime soon, I feel like a lot more people are starting to pay attention to her and her situation with Bobby Lee. And one thing I find pretty interesting is that, according to her, whenever Brendan Schaub gets massive hate, it's normal, it's part of the industry, and he should deal with it. But whenever she gets hate,
I think it was probably just Cheeto fingered little dude.
Oh, there we go. There's the rat. There's the anger. There's the anger.
But
isn't that funny? Well, recently this new YouTube channel, XLP, uploaded a very well put together video, actually a banger of a video, a few days ago about some poems that she wrote back in 2014 that are pretty dark. Now this channel XLP is brand new, but I think they are related to a bigger channel called Revenge of the CIS. I don't know how, but I think they are related, so shout out to them. So let's take a look at the video. Right at the beginning, he brings up some poems that were written by Khalyla and posted by her to her Instagram page or website back in 2014. And it gets pretty wild. These poems have long been deleted and are no longer available if you go on Google right now. But using the Wayback Machine, he was able to access the websites that have long been deleted and somehow was able to access the poems. They did a very good job piecing all of this together and recovering those poems, so I highly recommend you go and watch their video. Now keep in mind, there is no way for me to confirm if these poems are real at all, but they look very, very real. So all of this is pure speculation and for fun. Also, I won't be reading all of them because although they are very interesting, all things considered, a lot of them, in my opinion, feels like Khalyla just painfully trying to be creative. They are very creepy, but also can get boring. So I'll leave them up for you to read, but I'll basically go over the ones that I think are more interesting. Let's begin. I ran you rag to the gravel, fed you time for gold, held you closely so falsely, watched your ache unfold. You steered the reins as you were aptly told, not knowing you were headed for a stab, capture, and hold. I am sorry, for your heart I cajoled, and for thieving back all the things I sold. I am an artist, I am a con, self-punished but paroled, a savvy saboteur, spoiling good to mold. For this I ask a pardon, your good faith I have trolled. I know nothing of love, but a dead winter's cold. Reading this first poem sent chills down my spine, because yes, you can argue that poems are obviously not written confessions, so we won't take it as that, but you can still make your own opinion about someone or something by taking a look at their writing. The thing is, when she wrote this poem and when it was uploaded, her and Bobby were already in a relationship. So I think it's very strange, because even if you give her the benefit of the doubt and think, hey, maybe she wasn't writing about herself, maybe she was writing about a fictional situation, of course. Even if you think that, why, if you're Khalyla, why do something that's not bad, but it looks completely wrong? Does that make sense? Like, why put a poem on your social media that could potentially be used against you? I think maybe, just maybe, it was an honest reflection of what she was thinking and what was going on at that time. Because think about this, whenever I see a friend post something on social media, I can usually pinpoint the goal of that post. In the case of Khalyla, I would maybe think that she is trying to keep someone close and happy, likely an ex-boyfriend. I know this is reaching and this is me looking way too deep into it, but usually when people have a partner, they have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and they still talk to their ex and they still want to keep their ex around, they tell that ex-boyfriend, that ex-girlfriend that the current situation, that the current relationship is not going well, that it's not going well in an attempt to keep the other person hooked and happy, just waiting for them. I mean, they have broken up in a similar way in the past, but I don't know. Let's just move on. Their faces varied, some subtly, some with distinct divide, but they were all the same. I had loved them all, so cruelly, so unjustly. What I wish for now is their reprisal, to shame me in the daylight and exact a public drowning, so that they may in turn scrape away the festering layers of guilt that have rendered me sleepless all these years. The thing was, they were all so beautiful, and I could not resist the dogged desire to break them. Forgive me, I don't know how to hold fragile things. They were delicates. I was deliberate. Now, this one is very shocking because if taken literally, she is basically saying that in life, she always has to get her way. She preys on weaker men that will let her do anything she wants until she breaks them. I'm dumb, but that was my interpretation of the poem. But I think some of you might agree with me that we can notice a pattern in these poems. They are all very negative and basically show a twisted, dark side of Khalyla's personality. I highly recommend you stop the video and reread some of these poems because they are very, very dark. Listen, I don't have anything against Khalyla, and Bobby Lee isn't completely innocent either. But I do believe in their relationship, she is the one who benefits the most from it. Let's face it, Bobby's situation is very weird. But what I find more interesting or strange is how other comics or other guests on Tiger Belly also kind of brush off or ignore the fact of how weird the situation is. Come on, breaking up and still sleeping on the same bed, it's a bit strange and nobody addresses that. The only person that has even come close to calling them out on that was Andrew Schultz. He tried to make it funny, and you can tell the entire situation was very awkward. It did not go
really
well.
smart.
No, we live in the same.
Wait a minute, are you guys still in that same place? On
Yeah,
the
in
hill?
the same hill place. And,
Yeah.
But she's also would sleep on the same bed.
What? This is but
It's a double. It's pushed together. They just separated.
No,
a
it's
little
not.
bit
No,
more.
we sleep on the same bed. What I do is I have a long pillow
yeah,
and I just put it between us.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
What does that do?
Oh.
Now, is there any chance that this situation could be fake, that the breakup could be fake at all? I highly doubt it, but there is one clip that made me think that. So take a look.
There's no chance of a reunion.
I don't know.
I don't. I mean, it's not in my
It's
plans.
not on my plan right now. But
Really?
no, like if
Yeah.
it's in the books.
If you paid attention, I would think that it would be the other way around, where if somebody asked both of them if they thought that they would be together in the future, get back together in the future, I would think Khalyla would be the one to say no, and Bobby to be the one to say maybe, hopefully so. But instead, Khalyla right away said maybe, and then Bobby Lee was like, nope, no chance at all. I know I'm looking way too deep into this one, and I highly doubt that they would do something like that, but I'm open-minded to anything. But here's the last poem that I thought we should take a look at. I have an addiction to stories, especially those I can make up in my own head. So it should come as no surprise that I have unearthed all the old love letters you've written him. In this home, he and now share. I have read them all, slowly, in an eager and earnest inquisition. I am glad that I had strategically timed all these secret reading sessions to match my peak estrogenic days of the month. I am fully aware of my female psychological predisposition to create false wars in my mind, to breed contempt for all those that came before me. How could he have ever shared a bed with another? That is what menstrual me would say. My hungry imagination naturally took me to places that resulted in the recreation of entire scripts for all his past loves. Detailed scenarios of the two of you having coffee, your movie night couch configuration, and well, even your style of giving. Now this one is insane. You can make your own opinions about it, but I think it's wild how even back then she was so comfortable exposing very intimate details about Bobby Lee, and she still does it now to a bigger audience. The rest of the video also talks about evidence and situations that we've also covered in this channel, so we won't go into that. But he goes a step further and actually provides evidence for one of the claims that I also make, which is that she didn't meet Bobby Lee when he was broke. Because according to this evidence, Bobby Lee has been having consistent work, acting jobs in Mad TV, and has also been doing stand-up comedy. So, of course, maybe he wasn't rich for LA standards, but the fact that people say that she met him when he was broke is completely not true. It will be interesting to see if they address the poems on Tiger Belly, or if they just try to move on and ignore it. it's pretty interesting that they are coming out at the craziest time. And if you made it this far, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment below. It really helps out the channel, and we will be uploading content at least 3 times a week. So yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.